Welcome in, everyone, to our final week of coverage of the 254 tennis camp happening at Baylor University. My name is Alex Gruskin. So excited our Cracked Rackets team can highlight what is the final week of what has been a 3-week marathon of camps at Baylor. Of course, it's been such a pleasure to have the opportunity at the end of each and every week to highlight the team competition, highlight some of the activities these teams were able to do throughout the week, talk to the coaches, and discuss the bonding that's been shared. Of course, that's our plan here once again today. And joining us is the Pied Piper, the man spearheading these 254 tennis camps. Of course, you also know him as the head coach of the Baylor men's tennis team. Welcome back onto our channel, Coach Michael Woodson. Coach, week 3 now almost in the books. How are you feeling headed into the final day?
I'm feeling excited and a little bit sad. It's been a lot of fun these 3 weeks, and we've had a really good group. It's been a big group this week. I think it says a lot about what the campers and the counselors did the first couple of weeks that we had a lot of people join in this week. And it's been a lot of fun, and we just really enjoy being with these guys and girls.
Yeah, and again, it's been so fun for us. You can see the energy, and we'll have the chance to highlight all of these teams competing again, talking to the counselors. But it sounds like this week there was some rain. We had some weather difficulties. Talk to me, Coach, about some of the activities you guys were able to do both on and off the court this week.
We fortunately were able to avoid the rain during the day, but the lightning got us at the indoor pool one night. The lifeguards were a little uncomfortable with us swimming indoors. I would argue with that, but I think safety first for sure. But the kids had a great attitude. They were able to, still go get their ice cream and go to the game room and play extra tennis. And we were able to get a full week of on the court during the day. So it was a lot of fun, and just being able to utilize the indoor consistently where, it never stops, which is nice.
Yeah. And I know I ask you this question every week, but talk to me about the level you saw throughout the course of the week on court, the improvements that were made by these campers.
It was great, honestly. I mean, they've got great attitudes. They listen, they ask great questions. They want to improve. They're excited to be here. And every time I just am amazed that after a tough, long day of several hours of tennis, that we get to the end of the day, and when they have optional hitting and optional private lessons, almost all of them want to come out and do it. Just that number every time surprises me. And it's just a testament to what a great job these counselors are doing, what a great job the kids are doing, and how excited they are to be here, which makes it fun for all of us.
No, and that's what every parent's looking for. I think that's what every kid is looking for during the summer, not only to be engaged throughout the course of the day, but of course to be around your peers and have the opportunity to compete amongst them, improve alongside of them. And certainly that's the sort of opportunity provided at the 254 tennis camp. Now, with that said, lay out today's schedule. What do we have from a game perspective? What are we looking at over the course of the next hour and a half?
Yeah, we're looking at, 2 courts of dingles. So on courts 6 and 1, we're playing dingles, which is, 2-on-2 where they're playing cross court with 2 balls, and they play that cross until one ball ends, and then they play the rest of the point out 2-on-2 with the other ball. And they're trying to, the team's trying to win both points. On courts 4 and 3, they're playing 2-on-2, 2 up, 2 back. So the winning team moves up to the net and gets to play the point from the net. The other team plays from the baseline. And then courts 2 and 5, they're playing past the racket. They're using 2 rackets, so really working together to hit and construct a point while using their teammates. And so the biggest thing for us is that they're working together. There's teams of 6 or 7 kids on a team, and they're working together to really complement each other and, understand the value of teamwork and picking each other up and working together, winning or losing as a team.
Yeah.
And so their coach is rotating with them. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, of course, we've done the drilling. We've played the match play. It's the final day. It's time to have some fun. And of course, it'll be up and down the river. And I believe, 12, so I should say 11:15 Texas time, we'll have our championship final.
Yes, that's what it's looking like.
All right. Well, with that in mind, we've got all of the action happening across the courts. Coach Woodson, I'm going to ask you, as always, if you can, bring the counselors over. I want to talk to them, talk to all these team leaders about the work their teams did. And, of course, Coach Woodson also in the PA role today. He'll be on the 1s and 2s. So let you get to that as well as we look at some of these courts here. Again, court 5, a little past the racket action. In my day, we called this ping pong tennis. The reason you do, of course, you hit the ball, you go to the back of the line, you pass the racket off to your teammate, try to sustain that rally as you go, as Coach Woodson alluded to. Takes a lot of teamwork, communication key, consistency key as well. Got to keep those feet moving as we're learning. And again, so many different levels of play. That's what makes these summer camps so special. You're exposed to all of these different teams, all of these different levels of play, different ages, different game styles. That's what these summer camps are about. And right now we're on court number 5. Coach Woodson, do we know who's on court number 5?
Court number 5, yes. We have the gold sets and the Alfredos.
Okay.
The gold sets and the Alfredos.
I like that. And again, all these teams choosing their team names early in the week. If we can, super producer Daniel Westoff, let's pull up that gold sets photo. Show you what you're working with here.
And Alex, I'm going to call a time here soon, and I'm going to bring a coach over for you.
Beautiful. We'll continue to rotate again, about 5 to 7 minute rotations on all of these courts. A little up and down the river. You see the golden sets coached by Coach Tim. Got Jack, Juliet, Jet, Sheridan, Sade, Ren, and Chris, of course, on the Alfredos. Felipe, Kellen, Caleb, Alfredo himself, Joshua, Kyson, and Alyssa. You see the constant motion. And a lot of tennis has been played this week. Always got to enjoy that Texas heat. That's a thunderous forehand there.
Howdy.
How are we doing, my friend? What court's your team on?
We are on court 1. We are the Jags.
Okay, we are the Jags. Let's go over to court number 1 now then, if we can. And we are joined now here on our stream by Ben, the counselor.
Sorry. Ben had to go to Dallas, so I am Chris. I'm the fill-in for Ben.
Oh, excuse me. Hello, Chris. It's good to see you fill in for Ben. Of course, again, you've been working with the Jag team this week as we see them rotating. Let's bring up the Jag graphic now. Got Isaac, Chloe, Gavin, Braley, Reagan, Brendan, Joshua, and Seth. What's it been like to work with this team, Chris, all week long?
So far, it's been interesting. Unfortunately, I've actually only worked with one of the campers this week due to, Ben. But it's been good. The hitting with them for the 10-minute warm-up so far, they can be pretty strong. They got to work on their feeds. Our feeds are probably our worst shot so far. But as soon as they can get it in, we can get some points going.
No, that's what you like to hear, right? That the feed is where you struggle. It means everything else is going well. But, more broadly here, even beyond your team, talk to me about the week these kids have had. And, again, what makes this Baylor camp so special?
It's been an interesting week, to say the least. I've enjoyed it. I was here for the first week as well. I'll say this is probably my favorite compared to the first week. It is sad they got their pool time cut short due to some lightning, but they've had a long week. I'll say that, but a good one. A lot of instruction going on.
That's what I like to hear. Talk to me about the tennis. How much better is everyone getting each day?
At least on my court, all the players improved at least one of their strokes. I always go with them beforehand and ask what they want to work on, what they need to work on. I think being able to know what you need to work on and say it out loud is a good habit to get into and say it to someone.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And again, as you watch the level of these kids throughout the week, you get a nice broad range, right? Everyone gets to hit a little bit with everyone.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And so, I imagine the tennis itself has to be enjoyable. And, certainly, again, as we look at your team competing, you said on court number 1, correct?
Yes, we have just switched, though. We were going to court I don't know which way I believe we're going to court 2 after this.
I love it. So we'll look at court 2 for the Jag, and we'll keep an eye on them. But Chris, again, appreciate all of your work with these kids, and certainly, again, these camps enjoyable. So we will get the chance. We'll keep an eye on your guys, and obviously, good luck throughout the course of today.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Yes, of course, Chris. Appreciate you working with these kids. Again, the Jag, Isaac, Chloe, Gavin, Braylee, Reagan, Brendan, Joshua, Seth. Unfortunately, Ben, their coach, forced to step away today, as we learned. But, again, speaks to the quality of this Baylor staff. Of course, they've got someone ready to go, ready to fill in a moment's notice. And, again, it's an up and down the river format today. We're rotating up and down courts every 5-7 minutes. First rotation now officially in the books.
And Alex, just to give you a little bit of an update, we've got the Everything Bagels and the Top Spinners currently in the lead.
I was talking to odds makers. The Everything Bagels strong favorites coming into today.
I totally agree. Totally agree. They've been looking good.
Yeah, that's a great title.
And they're in form.
Yeah, very much in form. Clicking at the right time, as we've learned. So certainly, again, we'll try to show all of the play here, try to speak with all of these counselors. Again, teams rotating courts, playing these variety of games throughout the course of today. Of course, throughout the morning sessions here this week. Oh, go ahead.
We're gonna bring in Twizzlers coach KP, who is 1 off the lead here currently.
I mean, KP's got to be counselor of the sessions, right? She's the biggest winner of the 254.
Yeah, pretty strong coach, I have to say.
Yeah, right. Definitely, certainly in the running, and again, as Coach Woodson that's off, we're dealing with the Twizzlers. Can you hear me, KP?
I can. What's going on?
It's been a full week. I missed you.
Me too. I was so ready to talk to you today.
I appreciate it. What quarter are the Twizzlers playing on?
Hold on. I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Okay, yeah, I can hear you now.
Awesome. What court are the Twizzlers playing on?
We are on court 1.
So we'll go back over to court number 1 then, and as we pull up the graphic, the Twizzlers team, Robin, Zachary, Liam, George, Henry, Alan, and Ryan. Talk to me about this team, KP, what it was like to work with them throughout the week.
You know what? I have been excited to talk to you about this. This team has been very competitive from day one, and it's been so exciting. They're loud. They enjoy everything that we do. Yesterday, we won a big match. It was like 28-72, and they were so pumped. They were like, "Okay, KP, we have to win all the games tomorrow so we can win the whole thing." And I was like, "I'm down for it. I'm down for it. Whatever you guys want to do, I am here to support you and coach you through it." So I have definitely having all of them from day one.
That's what I love to hear. And you talk about the energy and enthusiasm. Talk to me about some of the things. Talk to me about some of the things you guys are able to do on court. What are you doing to work with these kids and help them, again, channel that energy throughout the week?
Hello?
Feed it at the same time. Feed it at the same time.
Can you hear me, KP?
Hello?
We may have lost her for a moment. I apologize as we work to try and get her back. You let me know as soon as we get her back, we will be sure.
Michael, I think I have too much sweat in my ears. I can't hear anything.
Oh, there we go. But we can hear you, KP. And so we'll continue again to keep our eyes on everything. Can you hear me, Coach?
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
Okay, I'm still alive here.
It's KP, apparently.
It's fair. Again, she's working hard. She
is. We better just get her back out there. She says she's broken into a strong sweat, and she needs to get back out onto the court.
That's fair. And again, the Twizzlers sounds like they've had a competitive week.
It's the Twizzlers.
Oh,
Twizzlers.
I apologize. The Twizzlers.
Yeah. All right, so she's going to get back out there.
I like it.
I guess I'll have to answer all questions about her team.
Strong
team.
It was more just, and I know I asked you this earlier, but talk to me about some of the drilling and the math play. You know, what are these players doing on court? What do the activities look like?
Well, it really depends on the day, but the nice part is that we really focus on trying to hit all the different areas that you would encounter in tennis to really work on these kids to become well-rounded. So we have a little bit of a singles focus day where we do attacking and defending. We do a doubles focus day where they learn different formations and they understand how to play strong doubles. And then, we break it down into a little bit of focus on the forehand, a little bit of focus on the backhand, serving, all the different types of serves, returning, and then net play. And so they get a lot of time working on each one of these areas. And then we try to go from feeding and drilling to a little bit more live ball and then point play situations.
The consistency and quality has gotten better and better with each passing week. Again, you can see it on court, certainly.
I totally agree. I mean, we did a demo here before we got on the live stream, and 100% our campers are better than our counselors at playing these drills, which I don't know if I should feel good about how weak we are at pass the racket as counselors, but there's no doubt that the coordination of these teams is stronger than putting the counselors out there. So it's been fun to watch.
Yeah, they know how to communicate with the racket in the hand. You guys got to work on that moving forward.
100%.
Yeah, no, I mean, again, it's been a fun week. I know there have been themes each and every day as well, and I want to ask some of these counselors about that as we watch these games.
Let me pull up Steve, the coach of what's his name? The Rainy Glory, headed up to the top here. Let me grab him and bring him over.
I appreciate it, Coach Woodson. As we watch, again, a little Dingles action here on court number 1. For those of you who don't know how Dingles works, starts out 2 cross-court points. As soon as one of those rallies ends, you play out the other ball as a full-on doubles point, as you see here, so it comes full court. Unfortunately, that ball sent a little bit long. And we see some active coaching going on. And that may even be Stephen running over there on court as we see.
Got it. Hey, morning, Alex.
Morning, Steve. How are you?
I'm doing great, sir. How are you?
It's another day in paradise. And what court's your team, Rainy Glory, competing on?
We're on court number 1 right now, playing 2v2.
I love it. So then that was you we just saw scooting across the court. By the way, nice speed. We
Oh, yeah. Hey.
Yeah.
Still got the footwork.
That's what I like to see, but obviously your team, Jonathan, Lexi, Brenna, Addie, Ricky, Jasmine, and Landon, had the chance to work with them all week long. Talk to me about this group and how they've come together this week.
Man, it's a great group of kids, and I've had the opportunity to meet a lot of kids this week. We have a group for the majority of the week, and then we come together and we have a different team these last 2 days. And so I'm just getting to know these kids since yesterday, but just great athletes, great attitudes, just a great desire to get out there and get better, and they're having a lot of fun all at the same time.
Yeah, what makes this Baylor camp, again, so effective, in your opinion? Is it Coach Woodson? Certainly not. It's probably Jackie behind the scenes and everything. But what is it about this camp that's special?
Hey, Jackie is certainly the glue, I think, that holds it all together. But I think the collection of counselors that they bring together, the organization of the entire event, just, the different drills and everything that we do, the things we do on court, the things we do off the court. They get good food in the cafeteria, they get the dorm life. And I think all of those things collectively create an experience that these kids will remember for a long time.
And certainly that experience, what parents are searching for when they send their kids to these 254 camps. Again, as you look at that energy, the atmosphere, it's across the board, right? So many different kids, so many different levels, so many different ages. Does that energy start at do we see that energy all week long?
Oh, yeah, from the get-go, from day one when we're all wearing our same shirts and we're doing the evaluations and we're getting broken up and mixed into our groups. And we get going, the counselors get to know our small group of kids, and the energy is great all day long, all week long, all throughout the whole process.
Yeah. What did you wear on Neon Tuesday?
I had a Life is Good with a little tennis player shirt. There's a kind of a neon blue.
I like it.
I pulled together for Neon Day. Yes, sir.
That's what I love to hear. Well, again, competition Thursday here. Everyone playing for a little title, playing for the crown. What's it going to take for Rainy Glory to get the job done?
Well, we've gotten off to a little bit of a slow start, but we've got good players. They've got good attitudes, so I think they can kind of pull together here. And, last week the team I had made a run towards the end. So I'm expecting the same thing again today. These guys are going to rise to the occasion and play some good tennis here to finish up.
That's why it's not how you start, it's how you finish. Well,
Absolutely.
We appreciate it,
You
Steve.
bet.
Always a pleasure to get the chance to chat with you and appreciate all the work you're doing with these kids.
Okay. Hey, thank you, bud. You have a good day.
You too. Take care. Again, watching Rainy Glory here. Jonathan, Lexi, Brenna, Addie, Ricky, Jasmine, and Landon all competing here. Playing a little two action. Try to highlight all of these teams here on Competition Thursday.
On the live stream by Gruskin.
So again, as we try to talk to all of these counselors.
Morning.
What team's your court is your team competing on?
We're on court 1 right now. We're the Golden Sets, and so we're just starting our dingles here, cross court dingles.
I love it. So they're going back to court number 1, the Golden Sets, and we are joined by Tim, counselor, of course, for the Golden Sets. And as we look at the team, you've got Jack, Juliet, Jet, Sheridan, Sade, Ren, and Chris. The Golden Sets that's a bold name. I mean, again, you guys not dropping points out there? Is that what I'm learning?
Yeah, so we discussed that, and we decided that it was more like a motivation, a goal. You know, we understand that nothing's going to be perfect, but we're still going to claim it and be confident/arrogant.
No, that's what I like to hear. And it sounds like things are just getting competitive out on court. Certainly it's Championship Thursday, but, you know, what's the energy been like all week long?
Yeah, it's been awesome. This is my first year working Baylor tennis camp, and the kids are just happy to be here, and they're competing hard, and it's been great. I love that we're in groups most of the week and teams now, and so we get both the competition with each other and the cooperation. So it's good stuff.
So like here, when the lightning hit, what were your first thoughts?
Well, I wasn't really around, you know, so we were out of there. So we were good.
That's what I like to hear. No, that's what's important. And again, as you watch these kids throughout the week, we hear so often, you know, so many of them are itching to play tennis in those extra hitting sessions. You know, is that your experience as well? And are you know, you come to the 254 camp, of course, to hang out on the Baylor campus, but first and foremost, you come to play tennis. If you're a parent, you know, talking to a parent, are you saying, hey, your kid got plenty of tennis this week?
Oh yeah, they got the most reps they can get in a week. Really, got a lot of reps, and then the kids just have a great culture, wanting to get better. A lot of kids are doing those extra hitting sessions and wanting to compete with each other. So yeah, it's a great culture to grow your game and to just be with other kids who really enjoy the game. So it's been great.
That's what I love to hear. Talk to me about Coach Woodson. My final question for you: how, you know, again, leading the ship, how important is that?
Oh, he's awesome. Yeah, I'm involved in tennis locally, and Coach Woodson reached out to me and got me involved here, and it's been wonderful. So great leadership, both the men's and women's programs here, and it's awesome to see them make connections with the community and to have these younger kids out on their courts. It's great to make those bridges.
I love it. Well, again, Tim, appreciate all the work you do as well. We guys know you're the thing that holds everything together and provide these kids the experience they're looking for. So good luck to the Golden Sets today. Obviously, go live up to that name.
All right. Thanks. Have a great one.
Yeah, of course, you too, Tim. And again, this team, Jack, Julia, Jet, Sheridan, Sade, Ren, and Chris.
Thank you. What's up, Lumpy?
Try to ensure, again, it's about six, 7 players max. Per camper, per counselor, so all of these campers get the attention they deserve. Of course, they have throughout the course of this week. Watch here.
All right, I'm back.
Dingles action. Coach Woodson rejoining us.
We've got a score dispute on court 1. Coach Tim leaves, and the other team pulls a fast one on his squad.
Quick.
So hopefully they can figure that out.
We've got the film. If it comes to that.
We may need to go back to it because they're not even 1 point off. They're multiple points of disagreement.
That's good. That's always healthy. I mean, again, it is Championship Thursday.
100%.
And it is a college tennis facility. There have to be some sort of scoring disputes.
No, for sure. I mean, just imagine. There's a couple other facilities around the country. You got to imagine it's just knockdown dragouts over there.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Well, I won't even justify those other places with names because all I think about is herd.
That's right.
Yes, but no.
All you see is green.
Yeah,
all you see is green.
Unfortunately, it's true. As we launch here again on court number 1, a little golden sets action. I like it. We had theme days this week as well, Coach. A little clothing wear. What'd you go with on Wimbledon White Day?
Oh, I've got a really cool long sleeve that says if you find the purpose, you'll find the way.
Okay.
On the back, so I wore that one. A little Baylor tennis on the front, you know.
I like it.
But that being said, it's enough about me. We have the reigning counselor of the week right here. Okay, Fisher and the Panthers, counselor of the week.
I like it, and we've had the opportunity to speak with Fisher now the past couple of weeks. Fisher joining us once again. Can you hear me, Fisher?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. It's good to see you once again, my friend. And obviously this week you're working with the Panthers. What court are the Panthers on right now?
We're on court 2. We're in the middle of dominating some past the racket.
That's what I like to hear. So we go over to court number 2, and of course on the Panthers, Lainey, Rachel, Jacob, Audrey, Lauren, Ryan, and Kate. Talk to me about this group this week, working with them, Fisher. What was that like?
Oh, it's been awesome, man. I mean, so a couple of them, Rayon and Audrey, I remember, like, even when I was a camper, I think they were here, like 4 or 5 years. Of course, they were real small back then. Now they've grown up on me. It's cool to see that development, though, of them as players and as people.
Yeah, and I'm curious for you, again, as a counselor, what brings you back here to week number 2? What brings you back here to this Baylor camp?
Oh, man, this is best camp in the nation. I mean, it's the only one I've been to, so I don't really have anything to compare it to it. I have that much confidence here. Best camp in the nation. I love it. I love it as a camper. I love it as a counselor, man. It's just such a good culture here. You can learn so much from so many great counselors. It's awesome.
Talk to me about the Baylor campus. What makes it special?
Oh, it's beautiful. It is beautiful. I go to OU. I'm from Oklahoma, but man, if there was one other college, I got to give it up to Baylor, man. It is beautiful. Even the courts here. They have the landscape and everything. It's beautiful.
Yeah, no doubt about it, whether it be the Herd Tennis Center, walking around the campus. I agree, Baylor is second to none. Well, again, as you work throughout the week, tell it to me, what were the things the Panthers improved on the most this week?
And I want to say just keeping balls in play, right? A couple of them were trying to go for too much early on instead of just building the point up. So I worked on, at least 3 to 5 balls before we really try to attack, and then started noticing a big difference in their play.
Yeah, and to the parents, again, who are tuning in today, would you say, watching these kids compete this week, what do you do as a parent? Again, all of them are excited about the tennis right now, right? Like, now is the time to strike if you're a parent, to keep them involved in the game.
Yes, absolutely. The summer, especially, tennis is one of those sports where you can't really take a whole lot of time off. It's kind of a year-round kind of sport, so it's just important to keep them out there active, playing matches, or at least hitting balls.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, love to hear it. Well, again, what's it going to take today as we see the rotations going on for the Panthers to get over the finish line here and, get a W on the board?
Well, we just won, so we're moving on up. So we just got to keep it rolling. We're on a two-game winning streak right now, so
I love it.
Pretty good.
Reigning counselor of the week. That must have been fun.
Oh wait, what, dude? So I guess it would have been like 6 years ago. I think I won camper of the week. So I just wanted that trifecta. I wanted to get that camper, the counselor of the week, and I got it. So I actually went home and I had my president's honor roll from OU. I took that out the frame and I put my counselor of the week in. And I hung it up on the wall. So.
I love to hear it. Yeah, you're the Anthony Davis of the Baylor camp, winning in college, winning at the pro level. You're doing it everywhere, Fisher, and we appreciate it. But good luck, obviously, to the Panthers today. Hope you all get the job done, and always a pleasure to get the chance to chat with you.
Yes, sir. Thanks for having me. I got to give a shout-out to all the parents out there. Fisher Anderson on Spotify and Apple Music. I'm a country singer-songwriter. So Fisher Anderson, you can look me up on Spotify or Apple Music, and I'll hand you back to Michael.
I appreciate it, as always, Fisher.
Yes, sir.
Yes, take care, my friend. And again, the Panthers, Lainey, Rachel, Jacob, Audrey,
You guys are
Lauren,
on court
Ryan, and Kate. Fun group of players here. As we see, looks like it's a little water break action, or it may have been.
We're just slow to get it going here on court 1. They're waiting for their singer-songwriter to come back.
Yeah, to get
as
him
you
going.
can see. you can see exactly how he won Counselor of the Week last week. He started before the camp. As check-in began, he started selling them on how he's the greatest counselor of all time and also the greatest singer-songwriter of all time, apparently.
It was a good sales job, and yeah, you imagine that list is small. Again, Camper of the Week, Counselor of the Week, to win both in Baylor history. Probably an elite list.
No, it's a small list, and then singer-songwriter.
Yeah,
he's got it all.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
Him
Here
and Benjamin
our
Becker.
Coach of the Acers. Yeah, him and Benny Becker.
That's the list, but yes, Julia walking over now. Coach of the Aces. Can you hear me, Julia?
Hello. I can. How are you?
I'm doing well. It's good to see you again. What court are the Aces on right now?
So we are on court 1. We were like up front and center.
That's what I like to hear. So we'll go back over to court number 1. And, you know, with that in mind, the Aces this week. Talk to me about working with your group. What's it been like? Another fun week?
It has been, yeah, every week has been so fun. I feel like I said the same thing because it just is really true. This group's a lot of fun. We have some really good players. I feel like they're like all pretty even across the board. So that's been really fun. They're all super competitive, and that makes it even more fun because then like we're working hard, we're like working together, we're communicating, we're doing all that, and that makes it like that makes it 1,000 times more fun. So really liked working with them. I have I don't have anyone from my group this week, so I've met all new campers, and that's been a blast too. But yeah, love the energy.
We may have just lost Julia there for a moment. Clearly, she's enjoying, again, her experience. As soon as we get her back, we'll get back on there. May have just lost the Coach Woodson phone momentarily. But again, can we pull up the Aces graphic now? I think that's the second week in a row we've lost Julia. I feel bad because she's always so exciting to speak with. Again, the energy of counselors like Julia make this camp so special. And she's working with Armin, Harper, Augustine, Andrew, Alexander, Elliot, and Willow. Very, very fun group here, the Aces. And yeah, we're just locked in on court 1 here. All the Dingles action. As these teams rotate up and down the river. Again, we'll try to talk to all of them. Not sure how many more Spotify account plugs we'll get over the course of the next hour. Maybe 1 or 2. But again, that atmosphere, that energy. Speaking with the Tims and Steves, Rachels of the world, you can understand why. And these weeks are so much fun.
All right, here you go.
And we are back.
All right, we are back.
Like, you're ditching me quickly.
I don't know what that was. I was like mid-sentence.
Yeah, I know. But again, talking about the Aces and watching these kids this weekend, and again, you've been here through the past, the couple of weeks as well. Where do you see the most improvement for these kids throughout the course of the week?
Honestly, I see lots of improvements in their doubles game. We played tons of doubles this week as well. And so most of these games today, like, you do have to work on communication and just like teamwork. And I feel like that's very important for tennis. I notice a lot of the times, like, we focus on it like as an individual sport, but it's like so much more fun and so much more enjoyable when you're also like working with a partner, like working with the team and rooting for each other, supporting each other. So that's been a lot of fun as well. But for sure, like, communication and strategy together has been a major improvement. I don't know. I think as the week goes on too, when they get to know each other personally a little bit more, that also helps their game. That helps them be a little bit more comfortable with each other on court. And so, honestly, yeah, it's a blast and it's competitive. So that makes the team just, it's a pleasure to have.
And I think to spice some things up this week, there are some themes, right? Some themed days. Talk to me about those themed days, right? What is School Shirt Monday?
Oh, yes. So School Shirt Monday, we all wear, or like a school shirt, like a high school shirt, or like your high school colors, something like that. And it's all like a lot of fun. And then Tuesday is Neon Day. So everyone's out there looking like tennis balls, looking super bright. And then Wednesday was kind of perfect because it was Wide Out Wednesday, and also like Wimbledon was playing. So all of us looked like we were kind of like at Wimbledon yesterday. So it was kind of funny. We were all watching it a little bit, and that went well. And then today is
Man, Right when the answer, again, appreciate the enthusiasm of Julia. Just too enthusiastic, it seems, for our Zoom feed. Nevertheless, we lock in here on the Aces. Of course, we'll let her get back out on court. Still got plenty of teams to talk to. Plenty of people to see. And I think we're back.
Okay, maybe now?
I can hear you, Julie.
Perfect.
Yes, welcome
All
back.
right, yeah,
No,
hopefully that's the last time that happens. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah,
Yeah, so the themes make it a lot of fun. Gives them a reason to like dress up a little bit, have fun with their outfits too. And I don't know, they've been like taking pictures and, you know, having fun with the theme. So that's been a blast as well.
Yeah, no, that's really all that matters. And, you know, again, I can see the smile on your face and watching the energy, watching these teams play. Is it like this every day? Everyone's always bouncing around?
Oh gosh, on my court, I make them. I like always put music on. I want the energy. I'm like screaming at them. I'm turning on. Like I definitely I'm all here for the energy on the court and their support for each other as well. I definitely need that. I think a team obviously needs their own support. So for sure, I think it's like that every day on my court at least.
I love to hear it. Well, then, as we look today, as you work with this group again, the Aces, what's going to take for you guys to end with a championship Thursday victory?
Yeah, I think the thing I'm seeing most today. Oh my gosh, what's it calling? I think I'm seeing the most. They're going for too much on their shots. They just need to be a little more consistent, be a little more confident in their shots. And just keep playing until the opponent team misses. So hopefully we can just keep one more ball in.
I love it. Well, Julia, always great to chat with you and appreciate your energy and the enthusiasm you bring day in, day out. No doubt it helps make the experience better for these kids. So really appreciate getting the chance to chat.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Yes, have an amazing day.
You too, and good luck to the Aces.
Thank you so much.
Yes, and so again, as we see rotation underway, let's bring the Aces graphic up one more time. Armin, Harper, Augustine, Andrew,
Court 2,
Elliot, and Willow. Of course, for now, you may hear
their first W of the day.
Coach Woodson working the board right now as he rotates across. Teams again going up and down the river.
Coming alive. One more rotation.
Maybe you hear it there on your screen. One more rotation before we'll take our first big water break. It'll be a little 5-minute, 6-minute pause in the action. And during that pause, really excited to show all of you some of the highlights from the course of the week. Photos, the moments these campers get to enjoy most throughout their time on the Baylor campus. Have to imagine that's what makes it particularly special as well. And again, that video, just some of the peaks, some of the highlights, some of the things these kids are doing both on and off the court. As we've mentioned, not only do you have the opportunity here to use the fantastic Hurd Tennis Center facilities, indoor, outdoor courts, you name it, you get a little bit of both. Of course, take you around the campus as well, whether it be the game room, the dorms, the dining halls. Been on that campus in Waco. It is gorgeous, folks.
Okay, Alex, I'm gonna bring Blake up, the fearless coach of the Pickles, and then after this rotation, we're going to take a little extended water break. We're going to bring Coach Stravano up here for you, and we can have him enlighten you all with great knowledge.
That's all expertise. I ever asked. That's all God knows I could use some enlightenment, Coach.
Same.
Yeah,
okay,
so
here comes Coach Blake.
Always appreciate the chance to chat with Blake. Dennis, of course, we will see him momentarily. Blake,
just making sure I had the right.
Counselor of the Pickles, our friend Blake joining us once again. Hello, Blake. It's good to see you. How are you?
Yep. Good to see you.
All is well. Week number 3. How are you feeling, first and foremost?
2 days ago was pretty hot. Went home, passed out, just so tired. But today, renewed energy, and my group is kind of fired up. We're having some fun down there. So doing great. No complaints.
That's what I like to hear. And you've worked with the Pickles this week, Vic Brant, Hannah, Alexis,
I
Chaselyn, Caroline, Ava, Sydney. Talk to me about this group, how they've come together.
They've done really good. I mean, yesterday was our team match, and I love the way it ended. You know, we lost. We were down 4-1 on the score, but every single match that we lost had gone to a 10-point, like a super breaker. So they were close, you know, just a couple of them got away from us. And then we went into the doubles, and we made a couple little adjustments, some stuff we'd noticed in the singles, and we just ran the table in doubles. And so we came back and got those 3. So when we finished up yesterday, I think it was like, it was 5-5 when that's what it was. It was 5-2 after singles. We won all the doubles, so it was 5-5 when we finished. So I've been proud of them. And then today they're doing really good. Last couple of weeks, I think because we've kind of worked with some of they mix the teams up a lot. And so this particular group this week, we've been kind of tearing it up. So we've been all up on the top court the whole time, which is fun.
That's what I love. Top court living's a good place to live.
It is.
I know I've asked you this in weeks prior, but new set of parents, and there are just so many different opportunities. It is freaking Texas, a massive state. You can send your kid anywhere. Why is the 254 camp in Baylor such a special place?
And I think I mentioned this in past weeks, you know, having worked up in Pennsylvania and Nukes and run my own camps at Maryland and Missouri. I've been fortunate to be around a lot of camps in my life, and I will tell you, of the camps I've been to, I've had so much fun at this one. You can tell without a doubt that the 2 guys that run it, they're dads. And so, like, during the regular year when they're coaching their Baylor teams, I mean, they are trying to whoop you. And like, I remember when I was coaching, one thing, we both got interviewed, and I loved what Joey said. One of the coaches said, does it get kind of chippy when your teams play each other? And Joey said, you know, not really. He's like, I really like Blake. There's only 4 hours out of one calendar year where I just want to kill him. And that's during when our teams are playing. And that's really true out here. And I think, but like I said, because these guys are dads, they can do the high level thing, but they can switch gears and go into just being amazing teachers and confidants for a lot of young kids. And I mean, when they talk, the kids are really locked in. And I think as a parent myself, I notice little things. And I think the way they do it, they're just very good at being encouraging and building the kids up. And they don't spend a lot of time on, oh, you did this wrong. It's more like, hey, let me tell you what you're doing right. And kids just respond really well to that. And then, you know, on top of that, it's just a really organized, they've got a good plan, lots of games. Kids love to play games. There's great activities in the evenings, and you can just see it on the faces. You know, these kids are having a blast. And, you know, I kind of like, when we looked at it this week, we had so many first-time campers, and I'm not going to be shocked at all if like 90% of them are back next year, because you're already hearing them. You know, they're planning on, you know, exchanging Instagrams and Snapchats and all that. So there's a lot of little friendships that are happening here.
I love to hear. My last question to you before I let you get back out there to coach the Pickles, who you said court 5 right now. You guys are out on court 5, top court.
We are right there behind. Well, court 1, right there behind.
Court 1. Excuse me. Back on court number 1. And so, with that said, you know, everyone is so enjoying this camp. We see the energy on our screen. If you're a parent, what do you do to capitalize right now on your kids' excitement for the sport?
Oh, I'm a good person to ask for that. You know, hook up with your local pro. One thing I do as an instructor myself, I love when I have a parent come to me and do a lesson with me so that I can teach them what they need to be doing with their kid, get their kid hitting against the wall. And I'm going to tell you, one of the best pieces of advice I could give any parent wanting their kid to play tennis, and I think it's one of the most underutilized things, get online, look up the Baylor tennis schedule. They probably won't like me hearing this, but also look up Texas's, A&M's, TCU's, SMU, whatever. But find a college match to go to. I think everybody likes college football. Everybody likes college basketball. You have no idea how just exciting and explosive tennis is live. I had somebody that I teach a while back say, you know, that this summer they were spending so much money and they're going up to the U.S. Open and they're all excited. There was a part of me going, you know, yeah, that's great. I like Broadway. I like New York too. But my gosh, you know, you got Baylor up the road, you got UT, you have such amazing tennis teams right here that are rock throw. And this is like, I've seen them both. I've seen the U.S. Open and I've seen the guys play, the girls play here. There ain't a big difference. There is not a big difference. But one thing that is amazing that happens with your kids, you know, I'm an older guy, and when I teach, there's a certain type of thing that I can do, but I cannot when kids see the finished product, they see the kids out there in the pageantry and they're all decked out in their Baylor stuff and their Nike swooshes. You know, kids get really excited when they actually see how the big guys and the big girls do it. And Baylor kids in particular are great. You know, these kids wind up watching them play and it's like, oh, I wish that was my older brother, my older sister. They're so cool. You know, and I can't replicate that as a teaching instructor. And so I always tell mine, I'm like, one of the best things you can do besides going and taking lessons and playing your tournaments and maybe going to camps is go as a parent, take your kid to a college match, because then what's going to happen is when they get back from that college match, it's a different kind of inspiration. Your kid is on fire. I mean, they're just dying to get to the courts because you've lit a fire. They've seen something and they're like, that's what I want to be. I want to be good like those kids are. And it's just it's really underutilized, but it's an amazing day. And it's so simple and it doesn't even cost anything. I mean, just all you got to do is get online, look up the tennis schedule, go get you a great meal, and then go watch some really good college tennis. It's one of the best things that I think a parent could do for their kids.
And I can tell you this, Michael Woodson will usually have pizza ready for you. Don't even have to grab the meal. He'll have you fed and ready to go. And to your point, Alistair Gray 1 year ago was competing at the Herd Tennis Center. Today he played Taylor Fritz at Wimbledon. Like, the quality of the tennis, speaks for itself. And so really appreciate the insight you share, and it's always a pleasure getting the chance to chat with you, Blake. Good luck to the Pickles today. Is the Pickles your favorite of the 3 team names you've got?
We have one little girl. I do like the name. You know, we do have one little girl on our team, and she's extremely short. And her suggestion, I believe the suggestion, her name's Addie, and her suggestion was Addie and the Giants, because everybody's tall. But we didn't go with that. They liked Pickles, and so Pickles, we've been having fun with it. It's just a silly name. Yeah. And believe me, some of the other teams have some really silly names too. Last week it wasn't a name, but it was a suggestion. One of the kids wanted to name their team the Belly Button Went. Where does that even come from?
Yeah, it's funny. Good 254 creativity. You gotta love it. But I know, again, always appreciate the chance getting to chat with you, Blake, and good luck with the Pickles.
Absolutely. We'll talk soon. High five.
Yep. Take care. Yep. I appreciate it, my friend. Again, the Pickles.
All right. One of you guys.
Week for them as we bring.
Hang on, you can see he's updating the all important draw sheet.
Working the board.
I like seeing that Pickles in the 4 spot like that.
That's what I like to see. Tightly contested.
Yeah, we're getting back in the shade. Here you go.
As we see the teams rotating a bit out on court.
Thanks.
Of course, to all of the parents joining us, welcome in again to our coverage of the 254 Tennis Camp. Alex Gruskin, our Cracked Racquets team, honored to have the chance to bring this level of tennis. This is where the enthusiasm, the passion grows. These sorts of camps, again, you learn not only to get better at the game, but you get to meet so many different people who you will see throughout the course of your tennis life. I know personally I participated in an equivalent camp to this in my home state of Michigan back in the day at Michigan State. Very good friends with a guy 2 years older than me. Now, 15 years later, that guy happens to be head coach of Michigan State. So certainly, again, you never know who you're going to meet at these camps. You never know how it's going to be helpful. But I believe we have the guest of guests here. Is this you, Joey? Did I see here on my screen? You might be on mute, just a warning. Coach Woodson might have you on mute. As we are joined here.
Hey, Alex. Great to be here.
We are indeed. And, of course, if you have not, and I don't think we've had the chance to chat with you yet, Coach, but it's great to see you back here on our stream, and obviously 3 weeks of the 254 Tennis Camp in the books. How are you feeling? How's it all been?
Oh, it's been amazing. You know, this is such a special time of year. You know, we get to work with really young people and, you know, just be a small part in their journey. And as you know, tennis is a sport that really builds character, and this is what it's all about. You know, tennis camps are something that I wish I would have done as a kid. I always dreamed about being able to participate in a tennis camp or any camp for that matter. And now I've been a part of leading one for the last 20 years. So it's a lot of fun.
And, of course, always great to be joined by the head coach of the Baylor women's tennis team here on our Cracked Racquets broadcast. With that in mind, again, I know for you all building this tennis community in Waco, it's not only getting people to come out to your matches, but how valuable are these camps? And again, inspiring the passion for tennis in your community. How helpful are these camps in doing that?
Oh, they're a big part of what we do. They're vital to the grassroots of the sport, and this is the least we can do is just give these opportunities to young people in the community and abroad. We've had campers from Oklahoma and Louisiana, and of course all over Texas. So we just want to provide that opportunity, and really our mission is just to help kids reach their full potential, help them see that tennis can be a sport that they can really obtain some really good life skills. Tennis is a metaphor for life. So we just want to help build character, help build some resilience. And this weather will do that to you.
No doubt about that. And, again, that opportunity to be on the Baylor campus for a week, they get to see everything, right? They get to travel, obviously supervised, but as if they are college students.
Yeah, they definitely get a sneak peek at what it's like to be a Baylor student. We have one of the most beautiful campuses in America, and I think when they get on campus, if Baylor isn't already one of their options for college, it becomes one and gets on their short list. So we have a lot to offer here. It's such a special university.
Yeah, including the Herd Tennis Center, which, as we can see in the background of you, looks gorgeous here on a Thursday morning in June. And, again, with these campers, talk to me about the individual work they all get, right? It's never more than 6, 7 kids on court at once.
That's right. Yeah. There's obviously some group work, which is important, but they have the opportunity to work with our staff one-on-one. And that time period is pretty special because the counselor and the student get to really connect and address maybe some areas of the camper's game that needs a different perspective, or just needs someone to give their thoughts on how they can improve in that area.
Mm-hmm. And now week 3 of the camp, and I know going out to get ice cream is an activity you guys do every week. Week 3, are you abstaining for the ice cream, or are you taking a double dose of ice cream?
Oh, I might go double dose. I'll figure out how to burn it off later. But that's a big part of it. And these kids, they've been working really hard. I'm just so impressed with their resilience and. But you need a break. You need a way to refresh, and our ice cream trips are part of that. Going to the pool is a part of that. So it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, no, it's awesome to hear again. So many different activities and 3 weeks in the books. Of course, right. It's just these 3 weeks, and then again, the next we'll run it back again next year.
Yes, we'll run it back next year. I wish we could do more weeks. As you know, it's hard as a college coach. You got a lot going on, and
sure.
But we figured out how to do 3 weeks, and I'm just really thankful for Jackie's help. Jackie Haddock, who's our director of ops, who plays such a huge role in this, and then of course Coach Woodson and Izak and our coaching staff with Lenka and Patricia have been just vital to the success of the camp, and all the other counselors. Gosh, we have some great people working camp.
Yeah, no, I mean, we've got a Spotify recording artist, as I've learned, moving on here. But my last question for you, and I asked it to Blake as well, for the parents tuning into the stream, because their kid's going to come back hot into the house, right? They're going to be enthusiastic about the sport. What should these parents be doing to capitalize on that enthusiasm?
Yeah, that's a great question. Gosh, well, I think just continue to support them. Obviously, if they're coming to a camp like ours, the parents are very supportive. But, we want to keep that fire alive. And a big part of that is just being super positive with the kids. Not focusing so much on results, but way more on the values and the process of becoming an athlete. I think most of our kids are playing in junior high or high school or even maybe even more competitive than that. But as you know, it's so important to just keep our perspective. And I think the best thing a parent can tell their kid is, I love watching you play. And those simple words make a huge difference. So that's my advice. And I hope all these kids play tennis for a lifetime. time and give back to the sport one day like we're trying to do.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And hopefully we'll get to see them next year in our 254 coverage. With that in mind, Wimbledon after this, you flying out tomorrow?
No, I'm actually going to take a break from Wimbledon. Yeah, this was my Wimbledon. Camp was my Wimbledon this year. So, yeah, we're just so thankful to have camps back. And, during COVID, we really missed it, so to have our overnight camp again, was my Wimbledon this year for sure.
It's very green, so it still counts.
That's right.
I think
exactly.
At least it's true. Yeah, but no, Coach, always appreciate getting the chance to chat with you and appreciate all the work you do in making these camps happen. Because again, so many formative tennis experiences happen in summer camps like these, and 254 as impressive as any I've seen. So appreciate all the work you do, and always a pleasure getting the chance to chat.
Same, Alex. Thanks for what you do, and thanks for helping to spread the word about our 254 tennis camps.
Absolutely. It's our pleasure. And so, of course, we'll let you get back out on court and go hand that phone off to Coach Woodson as he's working the board, trying to put everything together. It's always entertaining.
Oh, absolutely. Well, I'm rooting for the Stud Muffins and the Love Club. We're going to need a miracle on the Brazos for them to come back and win this thing, but those are my picks.
If anyone can make a miracle happen, it's a Stud Muffin. I mean, come on
exactly.
now, right? One would hope. And so,
exactly.
Oh no, I appreciate it, and looking forward again to watching all of these teams compete because it has been so exciting, and more than anything else, the energy I think is what makes these days so fun.
Yeah, no doubt. Okay, here's Coach Woodson.
Awesome, I appreciate it, Coach. Again, Joey Stravano, head coach of the Baylor women's program, instrumental in making these camps go down. Of course, now we are rejoined once again by Michael Woodson, head coach of the Baylor men's team. A little double action as we see these players get back on court. Do we have a scoreboard update? Who's in the lead right now, Coach Woodson?
Yeah, the Twizzlers have not lost today.
The Twizzlers?
Yeah, and so they've come back to tie it. They're at 19 with the top spinners, also at 19. The Everything Bagels one behind at 18. And there's really some space. As you can see, there is some space between them and the rest of the group. The Love Club still looking for their first victory today. I know Coach Stravano really is pulling for them. I think we're all pulling for them at this point.
It's the Love Club.
Looking for their first W.
We're sending them all of the love. And no, I mean, I again, the up and down nature of the competition. Are we going to get some bonus rounds? I feel like we always get some bonus rounds, a little 3-point
We're going to get
action.
As soon as I can get a coach over here and I can tell them to start, we're going to give them a 2-point bonus round right here.
I like it. A little 2-point bonus.
It's going to get interesting.
As we again resume our game. Same spread here. We've been on court one for probably 30 minutes, 45 minutes as we've seen a rotation of teams compete on there. But obviously, again, we'll jump around a little bit as we followed these counselors and where their teams are playing. Going to try to talk at least to all of them.
We've got Braden, the coach of the Love Club, coming after a really strong championship first week. He's lost his luster. He's really tough. Struggling to motivate the squad. I think the second half is when he's really going to pick it up.
This is again.
Here is Braden.
I appreciate it as we talk to the Love Club. Want to emphasize again, Coach Braden coaching the Love Club. As we pull up the break. Can you hear me, Braden?
Yes, sir. How are you?
I'm doing well. It's good to see you once again. What court's your team competing on right now?
We're on 6.
All right, so we're going to head over to court number 6 and the Love Club, Jacob, Caitlin, Prez, Ryan, John. Talk to me about working with this group this week. What they improve on the most?
Yeah, I mean, they have tons of energy. We might not be winning too much, but, they're still motivated. They're still they're out there trying to get that win. So their spirits are still high. We may be out of it, but their head's not out of it just yet.
That's what I like to hear. But talk to me about some of the fun you guys have had this week. What have you guys done? Where have what are the things you guys have done to enjoy that energy?
Yeah, well, we've had a bunch of activities we got to do together. Tennis related and not tennis related. We've had a bunch of events that we've done. Obviously, just the team event. We get to play mini games. We get to do all this cool stuff. You know, I think they just really enjoy the atmosphere here. They always have a good time. They feed off each other, and that's the coolest part. Is, you know, they're still motivating each other, still going at it, still fighting.
No, love to hear that, and certainly, again, as you watch all these teams compete today and throughout the course of this week, what do you think makes this 254 camp special? What is it about this camp that brings you back? You know, because I believe you were a camper here once upon a time.
I was a camper. Yeah, I came here for about 5 years as a camper, and you know, honestly, I just love the atmosphere. You know, there's so many cool people, counselors and/or, you know, campers, and you know, they all want to be here. That's the cool thing. They all, you know, no one really comes out here and just, like, you know, messes around and tries, you know, do anything halfway. So it's always a good time. You know, kids are they're super cool. You know, I really enjoy this place. And you know, I'm looking to be back next year. So it's always, you know, it's always just a fun time for me.
I love to hear. We'll talk to you about Coach Woodson and the tone he sets it, you know, and Coach Stravano as well at the top.
Yeah, absolutely. Those guys are just really good, like, you know, leaders. So, you know, like, you know, a young guy like myself will look up to people like, you know, successful people like that and really take notes and really, you know, ooh, sorry, my earpiece is falling out. You know, yeah, I'll really take notes and, you know, see how they're running things. You know, they have great energy, and I can, you know, I can just reflect on what they do and, you know, apply it to my own leadership abilities, you know.
Yeah, no, absolutely love to hear that, and certainly all these campers seeing that as well. Well, you know, again, watching your team compete this week, and certainly got to enjoy the Love Club, right? Where's that name come from? Who thought of that?
Yeah, so one of the kids, you know, so like, you know, Six Love, you know, it seems Six Love, so it seems we might be like the butt of the joke right now, but hey, we're still out there trying.
I like it. No, you've got golden sets out there. You've got the aces. Trust me, there's no shame in the Love Club. But appreciate, Braden, all the work you've done with these campers over the course of the past few weeks. Certainly made their experience more enjoyable. It's been great to get the chance to chat with you as well. Good luck to your team throughout the rest of Thursday here.
All right. Thank you so much, man.
Yep, of course. Take care. And again, we watched the Love Cup here. Jacob, Skylar, Jacob, Caitlin, Prez, Ryan, and John. Little Dingles action here on court number 6.
Ready?
Again, we watch Love Clip on 6 here, taking on the Jag.
Looking for their first win. They're fighting hard, staying positive, taunting me. They've got it all together.
This is, as long as they're taunting you, yes, they do have it all together. And again,
I'm going to try to call time here so they can get a win. And with us now, the championship winning coach from last week, from Too Tired, transitioned over to the Alfredos. Here's
I love it. Coach Rachel joining us once again here for the Alfredos.
Oh.
Hello, Rachel. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. It's kind of breaking up a little bit.
Yeah, that's half the fun.
Okay. Yeah, I can hear you.
What court's your team competing on?
Mine are on court 1.
They are on court number 1, so we'll head back to 1 with the Alfredos. And, you know, certainly as we look at your group this week, talk to me about some of the highlights. What's it been like to work with this group of kids?
Yeah, they're amazing. I have, Alfredo, where we got our team name from, so he's an amazing player, and so is Felipe, and we have Caleb, and a bunch of other great players, so it's been really fun.
That's awesome to hear. And, you know, again, as you look at these 254 camps, and you've been here through a couple of weeks, what makes these camps special? What do you think makes these campers, you know, counselors like yourself, keep coming back?
I really think it's like the kids, like every group is different and the environment is different, but they all have a lot of energy, and even though it's like hot outside, it's been hot every single week. They have so much energy, and they're hard workers and they love tennis, and so I think that's what really makes everything special.
What improvements have you seen? Everyone's gotten better?
I think so. From what I've seen, yeah, they have.
No, that's what I like to hear. Talk to me, by the way. So, theme week, school shirt day. How exciting is that get? And the neons and the Baylors. Does everyone enjoy that as well? Everyone buys in?
Yeah, I think so. For the most part, everyone wears the themes. I think for schools, everyone wears their high school shirt, so it's really cool to see like everyone who's on their high school teams and neon. A lot of people went all out for Neon Day, so that was fun. And then whiteout was fun because there's Wimbledon going on right now. So I think everyone loved the theme days.
No, I'm glad to hear it. And again, it's competition Thursday here, home stretch. What's it going to take for the Alfredos to end up on that top court?
Well, I don't think we will be first because we're kind of behind, but they've been doing good so far. We won, I think, the first 4 rounds. I think we're winning right now. I'm not sure, but I think we'll be somewhere in the middle. So that's always good.
I love to hear it. Well, again, Rachel, thank you for all you've done throughout the course of these past couple of weeks working with these kids, and always great to get the chance to chat with you. Good luck to the Alfredos today.
You too. Thank you.
Yes, of course, and we'll bring up the graphic now for the Alfredos. Felipe, Kellen, Caleb, Alfredo, Joshua, Kyson, Alyssa. Really fun group of kids. Again, really fun blend of teams across the board here, and these teams divided into 7s by level, trying to make all of these teams balanced. I'm sure it's just a fun day of competition for everyone out there on court.
Happy to report the Love Club did get their first victory.
Is there an asterisk next to it, though? Was it rigged?
It wasn't rigged. I think they just needed a little break from their coach, get a little reset. You had him here on the call, and they got a victory. I had to direct them to court 4. They had been playing the same game for an hour, so now they're getting to change it up. Maybe this is when they hit their stride.
Maybe it's just
they
that
just want to
game.
play a different game.
Yeah, they're particularly poor at court 6's game, whatever it may be.
Exactly.
Yeah, so this
they're
is
not a Dingles team, you know?
Yeah, not a Not a Diggles team indeed, as we watch it. So, again, everyone moving up and down as we try to talk to all of these things. I believe we're still waiting on the Everything Bagels, the Top Spinners, and the Stud Muffins, but we'll try to, again, speak with all of them.
You are spot on. And coming up right now is head coach of the Stud Muffins, who are making a little run here from the bottom. Here's Mike.
A little push from the Muffins.
Right.
And speaking with answering the age-old question, do you know the Muffin Man? We do know the Muffin Man. And the Muffin Man happens to be Mike joining us once again. It's good to see you, my friend. How has this week been working with this team?
Awesome. You know, this is
and by the way, what court are you guys on?
We are on court 1 right now with Dingles going on.
I love it. So tell me about the Stud Muffins this week.
Oh, man, we've had a great week. This has, it is the last week. I would say it's bittersweet, but it's completely bitter. So I've enjoyed this so much, man. I'm hating having to go. Wish we had another few weeks left. I would spend a lot of time with these kids. They've worked hard all week. We got a lot of camaraderie on the court right now. I can't take my eyes off of them as they go right now. They're battling out there. So it's been a good week. They've all really, been eager to learn, and it's showing up right now.
I love to hear that. And, most people, I do this as well because I get to watch tennis for a living. Well, I always say it could be way worse, but most people you say, hey, you're done with work after this week, and you smile at that fact. You just said there, you're disappointed it's going to end. Talk to me about that feeling. Why are you so sad?
Right. Yeah, if you love what you do, then it's not really going to work, is it? So
yeah, exactly.
I really enjoy this week again. This group has been a special group, really eager to learn. Asking questions. Whether we're serving or no matter what we're working on, they're almost in a line to ask, hey, what do you think about this? Or hey, look at my serve. Do you think I should do more of this or that? How do I do this? And that kind of stuff. That's what a coach loves to hear. So the curiosity, the fight to say, again, another week of 6 hours on court, and then they want to do private lessons afterwards. This is a special group, and a lot of youth out there. Some of them, they're 14 years old. They look like they can, and they play like they're seniors in high school. So I look forward to seeing where these kids go in the next few years.
Word on the street is the campers were crushing the counselor's butt out there on the tennis court. Is this true?
Oh, that's street talk. Don't listen to the street talk. I don't know about that now. No. They some of them are pretty tough, man. Some of them really give us a run for our money. They definitely make us sweat for it. There's a lot of talent in this group. It's really deep. I think there's over 80 counselors here, or 80 campers here, and they are there's a lot of talent and a lot of depth. You can look at any court and say, oh, I bet that's the best kid. No, this is the best kid. No, this is the best kid. They're really talented all the way through.
I love to hear that. Well, again, as we look at your team competing out here on court, and as we look at the level of play, again, my final question to you is, talk to me about the Baylor campus, this experience, being out here for a week. What makes this camp so special?
Sure. I coach college tennis in North Carolina, and this is, I flew down here and really wanted to be a part of it. I've worked a lot of different camps, and this one really is something special. They got it together here. When you can have kids out in close to 100-degree weather, 20 hours in a week, and they want more, that's something special. And even me as a coach, you would think if I do this year round, I might get tired, but these kids make me want to come out here again and again. And I look forward, these 7 o'clock mornings are like, all right, this is what we're going to work on today. I'm excited to get back on court with them. Sometimes the kids are out in the lobby earlier than us, like, hey coach, let's go we're ready for today. Hey Mike, what are we working on today? And I've just really enjoyed this week and the atmosphere that Baylor brings.
Yeah, no, I love to hear it. Well, Mike, again, always a pleasure to get the chance to speak with you. Good luck to you and the stud Muffins, of course, throughout the rest of this final Thursday, and appreciate all you've done to make these camps special.
Awesome, and as always, appreciate you. Thank you.
Yep, of course. Take care, my friend. Again, that's the Muffin Man himself, Mike. As we look at the stud Muffins, we look at the rotation being made right now here on court. Again, the championship final, going to be 3 tiebreakers. We'll be playing that around 11:15, Central Time here. We'll have action of that championship between our top 2 teams as well.
Great job. Patricia.
Again, as we watch here, we've got 3 rotations to go? 2 rotations to go.
I think Mike is. Are you there?
As Coach Woodson giving the directions out, sending people on court. We've got 2 rotations left to go? 3 rotations left to go?
You know me too well. We're going to go 2 more 3-point rotations. They just don't know about it yet.
All right, that's what I like.
Here's Coach Patricia with the Everything Bagels coming up right now in the hunt. She needs and one of these next 2 to grab the racket, get out there herself.
The most underrated bagel is an Everything Bagel, let me tell you. Yeah. I've been saying that for a generation now, and joining us here on the stream is Counselor Patricia. Patricia, it's good to see you once again. How are you today?
Hi, Alex. I'm doing good. How are you?
I am doing well. What court is your team competing on?
Court 1.
Okay, so we stick on court number 1 with the Everything Bagels. Hannah, Silas, Will, Naranjan, Ginu, Seth, and Joey. Talk to me about working with this group this week. Talk to me about the improvements you saw.
Oh, it's been great, to be honest. Very lucky. This group has been really, really great to work with. Very coachable. They all want to get better. They all are excited to win today. We're here trying to make a move. So it's been really good. We had the match play yesterday, and they were all so great, just really listening, trying to do whatever I was telling them to do, and we had a great day.
Who gets more competitive during this day? Is it you or is it the team?
I would say with this team, it's both of us. We're all very into it because we kind of see that we have a chance. So.
Yeah, I love to hear. Yeah, no, I mean, again, talk to me about the balance you see of these campers, right? You get a wide range of players, right? It's not but at the same time, everyone gets to compete with everyone.
Yeah, no, so I do feel like this week's the range has been way tighter. So, for example, everyone in my group on this team, they can all play good and they can all play with each other, So we have a very balanced team, and they're just really enjoying competing with each other.
Yeah, I love to hear it. Again, it's Wimbledon week. It's going to get competitive. Everyone's excited just to be out. Everyone's excited to be out there on court. Well, again, final week of the 254 camp. You ready to wrap things up, or are you going to miss all the action that we've had these past few weeks?
Both. I'm ready. It's very intense, but I truly enjoyed it. Got to meet so many kids, and I just really felt like we had such a good group every single week. So I'm definitely going to enjoy it, having some rest, but I'm definitely going to miss these kids for sure.
Yeah, no, well, it's been made more special with all the work that you've done, Patricia. So we really appreciate having the chance to chat with you. And again, I'll let you get back out to the Everything Bagels, which that's a great team name. One of my favorites on the day.
Yeah, they picked it, so that was perfect.
I love it.
You gotta live up to it.
Yeah, exactly. But again, I appreciate it, Patricia, and hopefully we'll have the chance to chat again soon.
Sounds good. Thank you so much, Alex.
Yep, of course. Take care again. The Everything Bagels out on court number 1. Hannah, Silas, Will, Ranjan, Janu, Sith, and Joey. Coached by Patricia here.
Right.
Get back out there. You got to coach this team to victory. Is this your team?
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah. These kids are.
There's a guy
I'm not sure.
Here.
But these kids are mean.
Everything Bagels competing on court number 1. Getting that championship. 3 tie-break final coming up, or 3 tie-breaks. It's going to be 4 tie-breaks probably today.
It's looking like 4 tie-breaks today, Alex. It's going to be exciting.
Little 4 tie-break cumulative scoring action. Again, we'll have coverage of those tie-breaks for you all here. As we watch the Dingles
need to get Nicole over here.
Court number 1. Still waiting. That's saving the best for last. The top spinners. As we'll get them back over here. Wow. I feel very smart. It took me today years old. The top spinners. Oh, they put on a lot of top spin. I get it now. Not my finest work.
Alex.
So as we wait for them again, we watch.
Okay, we've got top spinners coach Nicole coming up right now. She was very reluctant to leave her post because her team is right there in position to make the finals. She doesn't want to talk to you. Right.
So the group, they're coming in. I don't want to distract her. I'll be brief with Nicole. Can you hear me, Nicole?
Hi.
Hi, it's good to see you once again. Obviously,
good to see you again.
You are working with the top spinners. What court are you all on?
We're on court 3.
Awesome. So we'll head over to court number 3 to watch Jillian.
It's rough right now. It's rough.
Right. So maybe we won't then. But Jillian, Riley, Lindsay, Noah, Eric, Preston, Ben, Jake. Talk to me about working with this group this week. The improvements you've seen.
They're so energetic. They are so eager to win. It's so fun. I think we're all super competitive and we're really into it. A little bit more than we should be, but it's so fun.
Oh, I love to hear it. And again, as you look at this week, it's week number 3, but talk to me about the energy you've seen throughout the course of this 254 camp. What makes this camp here at Baylor particularly special?
We have so much fun here. I feel like everyone gets along so well. There's so much good energy everywhere. And obviously the kids are super eager to learn. They love listening to what you have to say to them. And it just makes the experience just more memorable, honestly. It's great.
I love to hear it. And, again, you never get sick of that Baylor campus, right? What makes it a special place?
It's so beautiful. I love it. There's so many trees. It's so big. There's animals everywhere. And the buildings are just so nice. And the courts are amazing. I wish I went here.
Yeah, no, it is something else. And so certainly, again, to have the opportunity to compete at the Hurt Tennis Center, unlike anything else. Again, as you looked at all the kids and all the campers and, throughout the course of your time, talk to me about the level of play. Talk to me about the tennis that we actually get to see throughout the week.
Well, there are kids of all levels, ranging from very, very good players to just starting tennis and just eager to learn everything. We get all kinds of players. Did we win?
We're waiting for fist pump. Did we get a win?
Yeah, we won.
A big win from the top spinners. I love to hear it. Well, then again, I'll let you get back out there, and so you can obviously go do your thing.
Okay.
But with all of that said, again, final thoughts as you look back at these 3 weeks. What'll be the memories you take with you?
Oh my god, just like meeting so many new people, the kids, like creating like connections, like special bonds that you have like with your like coach. I mean, and just like I love the counselors and like our work team is like great. I'm gonna miss them so much.
Yeah, no,
And I hope to keep in contact with them like for a long time. I really do.
I love to hear it. Well, again, Nicole, thank you so much for all the work that you've
Thank
done.
you,
I like, by the way,
having me.
Top Spinners. That's a great name. I like that name.
Yeah, there wasn't really a creative process behind it. We just some kid was like, let's think about strokes, and then like forehand, and I'm like no, backhand, and then someone said like topspin. We're like, okay, yeah, that sounds like nice, professional. So we're like, yeah, let's go with that. That was
very,
it. Nothing
very
special.
professional. It checks out.
Yeah.
Very professional indeed.
Yeah.
Well, again, Nicole, I appreciate it, and
Yes.
go enjoy again this final round
Thank you.
rotation with your team.
Thank you. It was nice seeing you.
Yeah, nice seeing you as well.
Bye.
Take care. Again, joined by Nicole of the Top Spinners, Jillian, Riley, Lindsay, Noah, Eric, Preston, Ben, and Jake. You see the team.
Yeah, yours is going to
on
decide it. You're up.
Final rotation still to come here. Who are my teams? Who are we looking at, Coach?
Oh, this is exciting. We've got a 3-point game. It kind of doesn't matter. We have how many points this is worth. We've got the Twizzlers with 26 playing the Top Spinners with 24 on court 5. On court 3, we have the Everything Bagels with 26 with Twizzlers, 24 for the Top Spinners. We have 25 to Everything Bagels. They're on court 3. So whoever wins on court 5 is going to make it to the finals.
Okay.
And the other team can get in if the Everything Bagels lose.
Okay, I like it. We'll keep in mind then. What courts are we at? So what court should we be watching right now?
We should be watching court 5. The Twizzlers have not lost this entire time.
So they're the hot team right now.
They're the hot hand. They have perfected past the racket on court 5. Pretty impressive what's happening over there. And I have to give a lot of credit to the Everything Bagels. They started on court 6 all the way at the bottom. They've moved all the way up to court 3, the top, and have been right around court 3 and court 5 the whole time.
Awesome. I love to hear it. Well, again,
a special shout out also to Pickles and to the Golden Sets. They are with 16, which is a good bit behind the top 3, but they are still in the top 5. Having a nice performance today.
This is what I like to see. Again, watching these teams go back and forth, little pass the racket action here. Twizzlers on the far side, looking to stay undefeated on your screen, and we've got a couple of people, whether it's Salty Sockeye, I know we saw a little bit earlier, Robin Phillips, anyone tuning into our stream, appreciate all of you who are. Again, opportunity to watch all these kids compete, hear from the counselors about what a special week it was on the Baylor campus. That's what makes it so fun for us here at Cracked Racquets to be able to broadcast all of this action. Play even a small part in the fun these kids are able to have. Again, extended rally, high quality tennis we're seeing here in our pass the racket action. The communication, the movement. Now we're talking, folks.
Level is high on court 5.
It is. The Twizzlers came to play. Ooh, and now we're getting
AP's got them believing.
Yeah, now we're getting
has them believing.
A little fun with these feeds now. I can see the complaints coming in advance.
You see the coaches.
Yeah, getting a little more drive on that feed now. But still, extended rallies here. Can't emphasize how difficult it is to go 10, 15 shots deep. It's just good tennis, folks. Good tennis here on 5. And final rotation to decide which 2 teams will be playing for the title in our final week of the 254 tennis camp. What a 3 weeks it has been. Again, we've got a video slideshow for all of you following today's championship match. Show you some of the highlights of the week, so stick around here. You won't want to miss it.
We're tied on court 5. We are tied on court 5.
The Twizzlers, a once-in-a-generation undefeated Thursday. Hasn't been seen since the Swag Money Ballers in week 1.
What a point. Okay. Wow.
We're balling. I mean, again, extended rallies, the drop shot. Oh, someone's watched too much Wimbledon this week. Clear that ball, clear that ball, clear that ball. Someone clear that tennis ball.
All right, I'm about to call time, Alex. It's going to break some hearts here pretty soon. I think we have our 2 finals.
Up or down?
They're winning.
Okay, yeah, then call it. We've seen enough. Oh, watch the ball. Just clear that ball, please. Thank you.
All right, I'm gonna mute you so I can call the time here real quick.
All right, go do your administrative role, Coach Woodson. Again, we're gonna get our finals underway momentarily. We'll hear the time called on our screen. We'll see these players again begin to rotate. The disappointment on some of their faces as we learn who will be competing for the championship crown. Time officially called on all of our courts. Again, gonna have 4 tie breaks to decide our championship Thursday. Here's a story for all of you. Iga Swiatek, for all you tennis fans, losing her first set of the Wimbledon tournament, drops a 6-4 second set in her match today as we sit and wait to see court number 6. Past the racket action here. Certainly some of these teams just going to keep hitting down the home stretch anyways. Is this a sudden death breaker? Here in Dingles, it might just be. That volley goes long. The overhead lands.
Jags. In court 6. They're still playing. Let's get all the balls up. All the balls up on every court. Into the baskets.
Out.
All the balls up. Baskets can come to the bricks.
All these players now getting set to rotate. To all of the parents joining us here on the stream, appreciate all of you tuning in to our final session here. 254 Tennis Camp. Super producer Daniel Westhoff, as we wait for the championship match to begin, can we start our video of some of the highlights from week number 3? Do we want to do that? Do we have enough time to do that? Okay, we do indeed. So we'll be back in 3 minutes with the start of our championship final. For now, what we're going to do is show you some of the highlights of week 3 at the 254 Tennis Camp. Welcome back,
Court two,
everyone,
let's get
to
it started.
our championship final coverage here at the 254 Tennis Camp. Alex Gruskin, joined by Baylor men's tennis head coach Michael Woodson. Coach Woodson, lay out the championship final. What teams do we have? What do we have for everyone tuning in?
We have the Everything Bagels, coached by Patricia. We have the Twizzlers, coached by KP. And we are playing 4 courts of doubles. Number 1 doubles on court 1, number 2 doubles on court 3, number 3 doubles on court 5, and number 4 doubles on court 2. I have a little concern over the lineups. We've got both coaches playing at 4 doubles. A little bit of stacking going on, but at least they're both stacking.
Yeah, no, I like it. And again, let's pull up that Twizzlers graphic first. Twizzlers, coached by KP. It's Robin, Zachary, Ryan, Liam, George, Henry, and Alan. They're taking on the Everything Bagels. It's Coach Patricia, a team of Hannah, Silas, Will, Naranjan, Janu, Seth, and Joey. It's going to be the Twizzlers, Everything Bagels in the final. Again, 4 tiebreakers, all played to 7. Traditional doubles breakers. Cumulative
rotating
scoring.
every 6 points. Yes, cumulative scoring.
So we'll continue again to have all this action for you here as we wrap up the 254 Tennis Camp. But just a reminder, Coach Woodson, you're like 10-15 seconds ahead of us.
I'm going to try to control my excitement.
Well, it's more if you see a match point, let us know and we'll be able to catch it.
Also, yes. I've got Jackie on that. She's very tight about her ability to keep us updated. So
She's the best
I'll
in the
let
business,
you
know, folks, as always.
Absolutely.
As we start out here, court number 5, excuse me, first point underway. Size advantage on the far side of your screen. It's a fun contrast in matchups.
But not a skill advantage.
Size is not always a prerequisite for skill. You are absolutely correct.
No trouble returning the big serves. Okay. An early Everything Bagels advantage on court 2, 2 points to 1.
So we've got, again, following action on all of our courts. Court number 2 here. I see Nicole. I see Patricia. I see KP. Counselor on counselor action. Would love to see it come down to court 2. Boy, wouldn't that be exciting.
We all want to see that.
That's what we're looking for here again. We'll hop around all of our courts.
I was looking for Patricia to poach off that big serve.
Good put away volley, KP. So let's go over to court number 1 now. Again, hopping between all of our action here.
Twizzlers out to an early lead on court 5, 4-0.
Tough. So let's go over to 5 then now. Super producer Daniel Westoff, 4-0 Twizzlers.
Cool.
Twizzlers on the far side of your screen here.
They're not backing down, though, I must say. Playing good points.
A little grind, a little fist pump, a little come on. That's what we're talking about, folks.
Every point counts.
So we're going to watch all of the action here.
We're tied 3-3 on court 1.
By the way, since I know you're curious, Coach, right now Jensen Brooksby 7-6-3-1 over at Wimbledon.
I'd
Go
love
Baylor.
to see that.
Go
Stick 'em
Baylor.
Bears.
Yeah, exactly.
I saw something the other day. I think it responded to you saying, "Oh, yeah, we've got to stop considering him to be a Baylor Bear because he never set foot on campus." I thought that was pretty interesting.
Yeah, that's just –
He
like
definitely was on campus for a little
false.
while.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Big fan. 5-3 on court 2. We are 4-2 on court 3. Everything's close. What's the score on 5?
Look at the wheels from Patricia. Shout out.
I told them that if they tied in total team score, Patricia and KP would play 3 out of 5 sets of singles, and she got really excited.
To decide it. That's great. I like that.
Now I just hope that it doesn't end in a tie.
Yeah, 3 out of 5 points, maybe. Yeah, hopefully. Now we're rooting for the tie here at Cracked Rackets. Of course, again, we're looking across the board here. As soon as we get to a match point, we'll head there. Let's go over to court 3. Daniel Westhoff, just haven't checked in on that court in a while. Ball sailed a little long on her. On him, excuse me.
5-2 on court 3 here.
5-2 now on 3.
Great points on court 1. Lots of movement at the net.
Yeah, good tennis across.
Great
the
volley.
board.
Wow. That was big time from the Twizzlers. Jackie didn't update us. We have a finish on court 2. 7-4 for.
Can we quickly pop to 2? Super producer
No,
Daniel Westhoff.
It's too late. It's too late.
We missed it.
Jackie missed it. She's
gonna throw something at you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ends coming my way. 7-4 for the Twizzlers on 2.
All right, Twizzlers take decision number 1. I believe now it's a match point for the Twizzlers, I think on 3. Or close to it.
7-2 for the Twizzlers on 5.
All right, we go over to 5 because I see them still have action. Let's go to 5 quickly, Westhoff. Oh, no, it's a handshake.
It's a handshake, but
Big
a very
men get the job done. 7-2 Twizzlers. It's just their day right now. One more win, and they've got this in the books.
Match point on court 1.
Let's go over to 1 then.
6-3.
For the Twizz?
For the Twizz.
For the Twizz. Can they earn the final championship title? It would be fitting that KP goes out a champion.
I have to say that everything Bagels are in trouble because it's match point on court 3 as well. 6-3 the Twizzlers.
We might have to go split screen, super producer Daniel Westhoff. Pull out all the stops here as we watch match
They're battling
across the board.
They're battling though. Everything Bagels are not going away easily. Oh. Are you on court 3 here?
So we are on court 3 currently. A little sneaker up the line. Yeah, everything Bagels are fighting. It's last stand mode. Patricia, I see working her way over, doing some on-court coaching.
Let's shoot over to court 1 real quick.
Yeah, I heard
point.
I hear a roar.
Six 5.
Down the line.
7-2. Twizzlers.
And so the Twizzlers take the decision on court 1. We now go to our final court here on court 3.
Court 3, 5 serving 6. Or 6 serving 5.
Yeah, everything Bagels just looking to stay alive. Put something on the board here.
Oh. I can't contain my excitement. That was exciting.
Oh, what an ending. And look at KP. She's ready to celebrate as it is the Twizzlers earning the title on the final day of action. What a performance. What an exciting way to end what has been a stellar 3 weeks on the Baylor campus. And again, Twizzlers, your champion, head coach Michael Woodson. Before we wrap today's show, we'll play that video for everyone one more time. But final thoughts from what was obviously an exciting 3 weeks at Baylor.
It was awesome. Really enjoyed it thoroughly. And gosh, that was an exciting end. It's just cool to see how much fun that the kids are having, how much fun the counselors are having. I think that's what makes it special here. We want to make an impact. We want to be able to help these kids and really grow the love of the game.
Absolutely.
And the counselors and the kids are the ones that make it special for us. So just happy to be a part of it. Enjoyed it. Sad that we're not going to have it again this year, but looking forward to next year already.
Yeah, it was absolutely delightful, immensely grateful our Cracked Rackets team could play any small part in it. And two people who we know, we're the pretty faces, but to Jackie, Daniel Westoff, the two people who actually make all of these things happen day in, day out, behind the scenes. A massive shout out to them. Without them, again, this just doesn't happen the way that it did. But I really appreciate Coach Woodson, you including our Cracked Rackets team, because again, the energy, the excitement, the passion for the sport, this is where it starts. And we saw that throughout the course of the 3 weeks. So for anyone who's intrigued, whether it is, being around the Baylor campus, I know 254 tennis camp done for the week, but how can they stay engaged and be involved with all things Baylor tennis?
We are all over social media. We're Baylor M Tennis on Twitter and Instagram, Baylor Men's Tennis on Facebook. Our Baylor Athletics page is very active. We've got a great group of guys. Our Coach Stravano has an unbelievable group of girls. It's really, Baylor Athletics is special. Our university is a special place, and we're all fortunate to be a part of it. And we're not doing our job if we're not building tennis in the community. And that's one thing that I think is so special that you guys are doing with Cracked Rackets. And so I tip my hat to all of you guys and everything that you're doing for the sport, and to agree to come along and be a part of this is really awesome. So thank you for everything that you guys are doing, and look forward to working with you guys again soon.
I appreciate it. I wasn't complimented enough throughout the course of today, so that was good. Good way to end this show. No, I'm just kidding. Again, and a massive thank you to you, Coach Woodson. We appreciate your support, without which we wouldn't be able to keep doing what we're doing. But with all that said, 254 tennis camps in the books. We've got just one thing left to do, and it's show you the highlights from week 3. With that said, signing off for Michael Woodson and everyone behind the scenes at Baylor, I'm Alex Gruskin. Here are your highlights from week 3 of the 254 tennis camp.
nights and they've been crazy. Never in my life.